thanks for joining me today. So today I felt like something a little sweet, but not too sweet. So I'm going to make a mango cake. And it's going to be a shortcut of a mango cake because I'm using a boxed cake mix to make it. But I am going to do my whipped cream, I'm not going to do a frosting, I'm going to do a whipped cream for the cake. And I'm going to be using a baking sugar in the whipping to reduce the amount of sugar I have in it. So most of the sugar will be coming from that canned mango. Although I am going to drain it and use a little of the syrup in the actual cake mix. Alright, thanks for joining me. Let's get started. Alright, so I went ahead and mixed it all together, and unfortunately my camera died, so I had to pick up at this point. So it's ready to go into the oven. I'm going to stick that in 350 degrees, and while that's going, we're going to get started on the topping and the filling. Alright guys, we're back. So now we're going to start on our topping, our whipped cream topping. My glass bowl I've had in the freezer for at least a couple hours now, just so it's nice, cold, and frosty, so that when we start whipping, it stays cool. And I'm going to put the whole thing in because I'm using it for topping and filling. I also put these in the freezer for about an hour as well, and this is going to take a while, so I won't run the video the whole entire way through, but we'll come back when it starts stiffening. So I just pulled the cake out of the fridge because I tried to rush the process on cooling it down. Perfect. I'm going to use my bread knife to just cut right down the middle and across while holding the top. I actually have the wire cutter, but this is quick and easy, and it works every time. So I'm just taking my pan, I'm going to flip it over and remove the top. There I go. Okay, I'm going to make sure this is nice and cool before we start to add the filling. Alright, so I got the fruit that we took the syrup out of, and I'm going to add in some of my whipped cream. And I'm just going to fold it in. If you leave too much of the syrup or the nectar, your filling will be runny and it'll come out the sides of your cake, and that won't be pretty. Alright, that's all we want to do to it. We don't want to smooth out that whipped cream too much. And this is what we're going to fill the cake with, and then this is what we'll top it with. And then I have some cut up mango over here that we'll put on top of the cake. Alright, so now I'm just going to scoop out my filling. Now I didn't show you, but the amount of sugar you put in your whipped frosting is up to you. You could put a cup of regular sugar or powdered sugar. And if you're using a sugar alternative, just read the back to see what their equivalent to 1 cup would be. Or use less if you don't like to have too sweet of a cake. Alright. Now I'm going to attempt to put my top back onto the cake. and I got a little break, but that's okay. That's why we have whipped cream frosting to top it with. Alright, just gonna put that right on top. And remember, I just used that one bottle of heavy whipping cream, which is really more than enough. And it doesn't have to look perfect, it just has to taste perfect. It's funny because I also have a cake stand to do this with, but again, I'm just going to use my plate. This cake is just for us to enjoy here at home. Alright, so now I just have some mango sliced. Just gonna put it right in the middle just so that. So the camera cut off, but this is the finished product. I just put a few slices of mango on the top. I'm gonna go ahead and cut into it and cut a slice, and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, so I'm just gonna cut a small slice. There you go. Mango cake. Well, I hope you liked this video today. If you do, make sure you like and subscribe. If you want to see more dessert recipes from me, let me know. I try to post once a week, and I'll see you next week. Thanks for joining me.